And on to the next part, part three. Well, we just said in the previous clip that there is a future perfect continuous. So you need a person plus will and have been plus the present participle. That is the ing form, not the gerund, but exactly the same form. That means I will have been learning English for 10 years in September. If I say to you, how long have you been learning English? You're probably not going to say for 9 years, 3 months, and 5 days, and 12 hours and 47 minutes or something like that. It's too exact. If we've got a nice round figure coming up in the future, and we're still in the middle of this action, learning English never ends, you're always learning English, okay? Then when we look to a point in the future where we're going to reach a milestone, that means a round figure like 10 years, then we will use I will have been doing something, okay? It's not very typical. I remember a couple of years ago when I was coming up for my 10th anniversary teaching at the college, I said, I will have been working at this college for 10 years in February. Okay. I can now say I will have been working at this college for 13 years this time next month. Okay. So we're talking about a single continuous action and we're focusing on a point in the future. Okay. Let's look at the last one. Is going to less formal because we hear people saying gonna? Yes. When we're talking about spoken English, we use going to or gonna a lot. Okay. But when you're using formal language, we try to avoid using going to. Okay. I'm going to complain to your manager. You could say that in person, but you wouldn't write an email to say, I'm going to complain to the manager. What could we say? Well, in formal English, you'll often hear the future continuous for plans. Imagine you're going to a hotel. The receptionist says to you, how long will you be staying here? Okay. They're not going to say to you, how long are you going to stay here? Because it sounds quite rude, not very inclusive. It sounds very direct. Okay. So actually, the reason I laughed at the example of this time next week we will be sitting on a beach or something like that is that we don't use that form, the future continuous, as much in that situation as we do when we're using formal, giving formal information. So, you have started a new job. You will be working with Marek and he's going to show you how to do things. Okay. You will be working with him. Okay. They might even say he'll be showing you how to do something. So it's much more formal to use the future continuous than to use going to. Okay.